This is Ambassador Steve Mbugua, and there is a great concern that I have concerning the issue or the topic road safety. Now, every year in our country, we lose on average 4,800 people through road-related accidents. I want you to think about 4,800 lives lost. Since end of 2019 up to now, from the time Corona began or was announced as an epidemic, in Kenya alone we have lost on average 5,900 people through COVID. But each year we lose on average 4,800 lives through road accidents. Now I want you to think about this. We took a lot of measures, and there was a lot of sensitization and seriousness, and government had focused a lot on COVID-19, and every Kenyan felt the pinch. Now, for road accidents, we don't give it the weight that it deserves. This is a serious matter. 4,800 lives lost. So since COVID started in Kenya, we have lost on average 17,000 lives through road accidents. And so this should be given more seriousness, more than COVID-19 itself. And I want you to think about the 4,800 people. Think about your neighborhood. Think about your neighboring school, or even your church. How many people are there? How many people are in that school? How many people are in that church? If we had 4,800 lives lost and laid in a stadium, that is a whole stadium. If we had 4,800 pupils or students dead, that's a number of schools brought together. That's a lot of lives. And so we should put more concern on this matter, road safety. And what causes road accidents? Very simple things. Everyone knows some of the causes of road accidents, but unfortunately we are just negligent, we are just careless. Number one cause of road accidents is distraction. Distraction can either be internal or external. An example of internal distraction is, for example, texting while driving, or making calls. It could be also sometimes if you are taking care of your baby as you drive, or maybe you are taking snacks, you eating, you're drinking, you are taking care of some few things here and there inside your car, or maybe because of the weather you're trying to adjust your AC, and in the process that distraction may lead to a road accident. Your mind will stop focusing from the vehicle and road into what you're doing. There's also external distraction, like for example, when you're driving, probably you start admiring other vehicles, you start admiring buildings, you start admiring people or things or events, and in the process you may cause an accident. So one cause of road accident, and this is the major cause, is distraction. Number two is speeding, over speeding, and sometimes we call it dreading speed. You drive in a speed that you're not able to control your vehicle, either because the road you feel nice driving, or you're competing with other people, it's your first time to drive, or just other factors causing you to speed. Also, there is anxiety. It could be you're going somewhere or you're leaving somewhere, and because of what has happened or what is happening, you may have anxiety. And this also can, for example, you are heading to an interview or to a date, or maybe there's something that have happened and it has affected you. So there is that anxiety. It can lead to accident. Number three, there's drunk driving. This one I don't need to say much about it. Drink driving can cause accident. Again, there is negligence. Negligence of also just being careless on the road. For example, when you're driving, you just lack the discipline, you lack the courtesy, and this can lead to a road accident. And for example, this is very common with public service vehicles. The way they drive, or even riders, the riders or tuk-tuk drivers, sometimes they have that care, they are careless, they are just negligent. Another cause of accident is unroadworthy vehicle. Probably the vehicle has problem with tires, braking system. At night, the lighting is not sufficient. This can lead to an accident. There is poor roads. Maybe there are bends, there are bumps that are not marked. There is also the issue of poor weather, amongst others. And distraction or distracted driving is the major cause. And also what we have mentioned as negligence. And how do we prevent these accidents? It's just very simple. Be disciplined. Just be courteous enough. Respect the traffic lights, respect the traffic laws and regulation. You don't need to do it because the traffic police are there or NTSA officers are there. Do it because it's a good habit. They are best personal practices. It is simple. Preventing road accidents is very simple. Always be careful. ABC. Always be careful. Be proactive. Be resilient. Be responsible. Always be alert, awake, and aware of the surrounding. You have to know that your duty of care will prevent you and it will prevent other people from harm that associates with the road accident. Always know that if you cause an accident or cause an incident along the road, it will affect you and affect other people. Just because of other people, be careful. Even if you don't care about yourself, be careful of the lives of other road users. The riders, the pedestrians, the skaters, any other road user, you have to have duty of care. Think about them. And you have to know that speed is fun. It's fun over speeding, but it kills. It kills. Remember this, discipline and courtesy will prevent road accidents. Always be careful. And remember, road safety is as simple as ABC. Remember this. And it is an individual and collective responsibility. It starts with me. It starts with you. It starts with all of us. So we have to join hands and build road safety culture. Just think about these 4,800 lives lost every year and think about how we can deal with this number. It's possible. It can be done. If I would play my part and you play your part, think about road safety.